We didn't really have any plans for the beginning of the day, and the rain is kind of putting a damper on any outdoor activities. So we've come to the Cold Hollow. Today is Halloween. It is the one and only day that we actually booked something to do. We are going on a haunted Waterbury tasting tour tonight. Naturally, it is raining. Again, it is 100% chance of rain all day. The tour is, like I said, a walking tour where we'll be outdoors for 3 hours walking the town of Waterbury and hearing tons of ghost stories and getting to have cider and all that fun stuff. We didn't really have any other plans for the day. We still don't really know what we're going to do for the day because of the rain. So we're going to start here at the, what is this called? I don't want to get it wrong. We've come to the Cold Hollow Cider Mill. They have a tasting room and a lunch room. So we're going to go grab a bite to eat. And then we're going to go into their big gift shoppy thing. The big thing here that I want to have is the cider donuts. We keep hearing about cider donuts and I really want to try those. They sound delicious. First impressions, the lady at the counter was super nice and she gave us tons of recommendations on things to go see while we're in the area, so that's super great. We ordered, the food sounds amazing. They start lunch at 11, so I think our plan is to eat breakfast, go have a bunch of cider, and then come back for lunch. Supposed to shake well.
Shake well, Lydia. More.
29!
You have to go get your own. It's really good. So good.
The biscuit's amazing.
So we each got the cheddar biscuit. Then mine has bacon and cheese and egg and apple cider jelly. What does yours have?
Eggs, bacon, sausage, and then the cider jelly.
And cheese, right?
And cheese, yeah.
The smell in here is amazing. Like sugary sweetness. Oh my god, it's amazing.
Apple cider vinegar and honey off the cone do a lot of good for a simple man's soul. Take it hot, take it right off the stove. Add a little liquor, it'll cure a little cold. You got cigarettes and coffee in the rain outside.
These are the famed cider donuts that we keep hearing about. Those are really good. Yes. They're not very sweet. I expected it to be sweeter, but it's more like a spiced bread, like kind of almost like a banana bread, but an apple bread. I like it. Okay, we have made a plan. We are so full, so we're gonna come back here for lunch later, and then we'll also do a cider tasting then, where you can get like all the little cups of different ciders. That'll be really fun. But for now, when we bought our breakfast sandwiches, the lady at the register told us about a place called Emily's Bridge. It's a covered bridge that's only like 3 miles down the road or so, and of course there's a haunting ghost story where Emily was in love with the mayor's son. I believe it was the mayor's son, and he asked her to marry him, and then he backed out of it, and so they had a deal that if you still love me, you'll meet me at the covered bridge at stroke of midnight on whichever day they chose. And he didn't show up, and so she hurled herself off of the bridge onto the rocks below and died. And now it has like a big ghost story haunting aspect tied to it, and what better way to go see it than on Halloween? That was a pretty cool place. I have decided I love covered bridges. I think they're amazing. I also, something that's different here that is not really the same in Texas is like the beautiful rushing, cascading rivers over the rocks here. It's just beautiful. I mean, like, if that's the way the water is in Texas, it's because it's flooding. It's not just a normal occurrence. And it's beautiful here. It's absolutely stunning. Also, side note, if you're in an awesome place like this and you see another couple out taking pictures, offer if you can take their picture together. We just had such a great experience. There was 6 of us, and we all took each other's photos in front of the bridge, and we're all talking about how we only ever get selfies and we never get pictures together. So just randomly ask if anybody would like you to take their picture together. It's such a fun experience.
Gone, 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 gone. While you sleep,
And we're back at the Cold Hollow Cider Mill, where we were this morning getting breakfast. We came back for lunch because it was so good, and also we want to try a lot of their ciders that they have here. So we're going to, I think, eat first and then try the ciders, or try ciders, eat first. I don't know which, but we'll figure it out.
Anything else?
What was it?
You were gonna do the Vermont to the core.
The Vermont to the core.
Okay.
Yes, let's do that one.
30-45 is gonna be the total today.
Let's do the barn dance.
Okay, I've already picked 2, so you have one more opportunity for yes. Okay, and then give me just 1 second. I'll have this ready for you. Have a great afternoon. Thank you so much.
It's the barn dance.
It's very dry and sweet. You're going to hate it. It's good though. Here.
Oh, it smells dry. Wow. That is tart. How did you drink that with a straight face? It's not bad. Like the dryness on the back end is not very bad. It's just so tart. It's an intense, sweet tart flavor. Whew. Okay. This was my choice. It's the City Slacker, and it's supposed to be like a raspberry and lemon. It smells really dry. It's very dry. I think you would like this one more than I do. It smells good though.
Yeah. That one's drier, I think. Yeah.
No.
This one's drier. I think this one's because it's more fruity. I think it doesn't taste as dry, maybe? I don't know. I know nothing about ciders. I just know I like them. This is the United States. It's also my choice. It's supposed to be dry as well. And it has a real blueberry in it. It's very good. I get the blueberry. It's also dry. These are all going to be for me, basically.
Okay, my turn. See, I don't find it as dry as the other one. Like it is dry. Like you can, it's very dry at the end taste, but it has such a clean flavor that I think kind of cuts that down. I like it more than I thought I would. This is the last one. It's the Grateful Sled, and it's supposed to be like a mulled cider, and it smells very Christmassy. Wow. That is like Christmas in a cup, and it's really weird that it's cold, because usually you have like a hot mulled cider. Not bad though. Not bad.
It does smell very Christmassy.
As long as it's not crossed off, I have it.
I thought that one was more dry. It tastes good. Oh, okay. Good. It's really good. It does taste like Christmas. She's filming me like I will remember what this was.
Billy got the Vermont to the core, which is like bacon and cheese and apple cider jelly and all that jazz. And then I got the buffalo wrap. I think we've both agreed that the City Slacker is our favorite. The raspberry lemon one, the best. That was delicious. And now that we are good and full, it's ghost tour time. We are officially on the walking tour. It just got started. We're here at the Prohibition Pig having drinks and talking about some massive flooding. I'll show you the flood markers in a second. And then I think we're gonna get back on the road. It's very rainy out there. I don't know how much footage we're actually gonna get, but we will try.
That's a pretty good one.
In 2008, Hurricane Irene flooded up to this marker. And then in 1927, there was another massive flood up to this white marker on the side of the building. That's a lot of water. Yes, this is my favorite.
It does have vanilla bean in it.
Is it good?
It's weird. It tastes like coffee.
Making a right face.
Right face.
We're gonna go this way. So they came, a lot of them stayed in this hotel right here. It was called the Waterbury Inn. But in 1950, it was owned by this woman, Pauline Maloney, and her husband. But in 1950, at 9 a.m. in the morning, she was found face up, spread eagle, in the snow dead. Right? And some people said, well, what was she doing outside in the snow? No one knows. And the coroner said she died because of a blow to the back of her head. Totally possible that she wanted outside for some reason in her nightgown and slipped in the snow, ice, and hit her head on the corner of the building, and then crawled about 30 feet, and then turned over and died because of the elements.
Yeah.
Totally possible.
Yep, possible.
But no one really thinks that's the case. So there was a few suspects. I'll do it in reverse order, so we'll get down to the number one suspect in a minute. You guys could probably guess. But, the first suspect that I'm going to start with was the front desk clerk. So the front desk clerk was the last person to admit to seeing Pauline alive. Unfortunately, the police talked to this witness eventually, and nothing really came of it. And then they got a heart attack within 8 months of Pauline's death. So they went on to the next person. The next person was actually a reportedly drunken doctor from our next stop, which is going to be the state hospital. This doctor owed for room, and generally kind of a pain in the butt, being drunk and disorderly in the inn often. So they talked to this guy. This guy, suicide just over a year after Pauline's death. I almost said murder. And then, of course, who was number one pick? Anyone?
Husband.
There's a husband. So this is the weird part. Not only was she like just wandering around outside in March, where it's snowy, in her nightgown, but the husband didn't report the death to the police for 12 full hours.
Oh, nice.
Also, for no one knows why, but some reason, he took her clothes off, her nightgown, cleaned them, and then when the police asked for them, he took his time getting them to the police. So,
Jeez.
of course, they questioned him quite a bit.
Yeah.
He did admit that they had a pretty serious fight just hours before that. They could never pin it on him, but he also died just a couple of years after her death.
Wow.
Then the following year, within 5 years, the whole place burnt down, which is why we're looking at a bank. At this point, everybody's dead, place is gone, and a lot of the records are lost. Common Vermont tale. But that, for real, is the oldest unsolved mysterious death case in the state. 1950. So there were like literally insane people that committed crimes here, and I'll tell you at least one story. I'll tell you one story, so we don't get poured on in the rain. But they did eventually open it up to other people, so it got opened up to epileptics, alcoholics, elderly folks. So by the time they closed it as a state hospital, it had a bunch of different people in there. Reportedly over the years, and the state doesn't like to talk about this, whether it was the hospital or now just the state administrative people. They don't like to talk about the spooky stuff, but there has reportedly been a ton of activity. It was primarily in the basement, which, like I said, is totally sealed now, but also throughout the first floor, and typically mostly above ground in the two roundy spots.
our final stop of the night. We're at Prohibition Pig to have dinner. We just finished our haunted tasting tour of Waterbury. We have drank more alcohol today than we probably do in like 6 months. So we're both feeling very tired and very hungry. We're hoping this is delicious. Thank you. I don't know why we ordered an appetizer and entrees each when this is enough food to fill us both. But it looks really good. Come on, God.
Best mac and cheese I've ever had. Ever. And like we're gonna take it home and eat more later because we have more food coming. And if it's anywhere as good as that is, then we're in for a treat.
First impressions. In Texas, a brisket sandwich is usually like sliced brisket or sometimes just like pulled brisket on a sandwich. This is just a slab of brisket on a sandwich. I don't know how to tackle that. Okay, right. That's good. That's very good.
Perfect. Here we go. Be right back.
And what did you get?
I got a smash burger.
I've given up on the sandwich part. We have successfully eaten far too much, but it was so good. And with that, I think that's a wrap on Halloween 2021.
This is peanut butter cup ice cream. I love peanut butter cups.
Can't be Halloween without dessert, right?